is a quick overview of Studio and how to create metadata for databases. What we'll be doing is using Microsoft's AdventureWorks, and you can see here I've got a database and it's called AdventureWorks. We'll be pulling the schema of this database into Studio and then creating a metadata file, and then of course writing some queries against it. So here's my database. I'll just collapse that and I go into Studio, I click on New, and I'll just give the metadata a name. I'll call it AdventureWorks, and you can see here the metadata is given a unique code. I'll stay with that, and I'll go with the standard connections. Okay, I'll just establish my connection to the database. So the initial catalog is AdventureWorks. And I'll just test the connection. Okay, good. Alright, so that's the first step for creating the metadata model. Now at the moment you can see I've got no tables at all. What I need to do is import them from the database. I'll click on Import Tables, and you can see here I've got all sorts of options about selecting which particular tables I want to bring in. I can even customize the SQL with these commands over here. But what I'm going to do is just grab all the tables in AdventureWorks. So I'll click on Get Tables, and as you can see it's read the schema in all the tables. Click on OK, and we'll import them in. Right, it's all done, and you can see that it's organized the tables into the schema groups. And if I click on one of these tables here, you can see that not only has it brought in the fields and all the attributes of the fields, but also the joins between tables. Now this is of course based on foreign key relationships. Right, I'll just click on this join here and investigate the join criteria that it's created. You can see that it's identified two tables and it's put in some join syntax for us. Okay, let's save this metadata to the file system, and I'm just going to overwrite my previous one. And although we did connection details for the Studio, we need to define the connection details for the client. So I'll just go into the client's window and define the connection details. So here we go, and I'll just set that to AdventureWorks. Test the connection again and hit OK. Good, we're now ready to test our metadata. So I'll just click on the Query Test button. And log in. Just resize the screen so it fits in. And you can see that our metadata has been published and it's now ready to query over. So it's added to the list of products. If I go into the tables, you can see that all the tables are organized just like they were in the Studio. So let's click on a table called person address, and we'll select a few fields for output and hit on the preview. Now this query was based on the metadata that was created in Studio. What the query engine is basically doing is piecing together the query based on the table SQL and the column SQL, and depending on what you output in the query, it's dynamically creating the SQL statement. If I just click on this debug icon over here, we can actually see the SQL that's been created for this query. Now of course, this is just a quick overview. There's a lot more that can be done, but at least it'll get you started. I've shown the preview of the query in the query test tool, but of course you can also go into Excel and run the queries there as well, but that'll be for another video.